little bit of intel. He's up there in the apartment hallways. Lucas throwing a little bit of spammerino through that wall, and Steele's just holding a very off angle. You saw that lock. You saw that lock right on the noggin. Dan M, video incoming. Bolts, gonna find 2, 3. That's pretty much the push. Peekaboo, JDM, he's gonna go down to the hands of Lucas. And, well, it's all on Pimp. 1 versus a lot. And let's just say it's going to be trying times ahead for him if they do come in towards B. Although, he's able to clean up 1. Now they know he's over there, so Henny's going to go on the long con, the big flank. He's coming around with the AK looking for him. Spots him, takes him down. Clean round. Overall for Immortals, they only lose 1 SMG out of it. It's an ump. So the 2-0 start, exactly what they wanted moving forward, and we'll see how they capitalize here. It should be in basically as easy of a round as the last one. JDM going to be prioritizing the AWP. He's on 3450, so he's going to have plenty to go onto that AWP in the next round. Henny, he was, where was he, 27? 2350, so might be a little bit low, but they've got 5,000 on Bolts, who is yet to die. We're going to pick up a couple more here in mid. Nice job from Steele, cleaning up 2, and you had FNX to find a Liege with the MAC-10, so the SMG's farming up the cash money. That's going to leave it on JDM and Pimp, your last 2 standing for the Liquid side. And Lucas able to find JDM, leaving Pimp alone, and now Pimp dead. Steele going to find 3 on the round. That's $1,800 redos in his pocket, and a 3-0 start for Immortals, so now come the big guns. JDM, enough to go for the AWP, small armor, and a little utility behind it. He can pick up a kit, he can pick up 2 flashes, an incendiary, well, no, not an incendiary, because there's $600 on the CT side. Smoke is what he decides to go for. Only 2 kills in 3 rounds for the CT side of Liquid, 1 in the pistol, and 1 in the first anti-eco. Last round, very clean from Immortals. AWP shot rattling off down mid. JDM not able to connect. That nade might do some damage. They're going to duck away from it. It will take 20 off of Elysian, 15 off of Nitro. Nice shot from JDM. Got the one he wanted. Might be able to find another one. That wall spam not going to get clipped. Somehow they managed to jump by. Lucas has already made his way over. Really tough angle for him to find, and Stanislaus going to capitalize on 2. Now they have to clear out this pit position, but they are getting spotted out, and they're getting fragged down. It's all down to Bolts, 1 versus 5. SMG in hand. Do they know that he's on truck side? They're going to pop a nade up in towards the apartment side. They haven't spotted him out. Now they know exactly where he is. JDM's locked on target. Pimp's going to go for it. Bolts will find 1, but immediately traded. So a nice clean round from Liquid. They answer the call. They bring it back. But look at the money that they were able to farm up on the Immortals side. It'll take another 2 rounds before Liquid will break that bank down. If Henny goes onto the AWP, which he will, he's going to use up all of his money, but they still have $5,000 on their high bank in steel, $2,750 on Lucas. So if they get a bomb plan, or if they even win this round, it'll be a reset for Liquid, and Immortals will still sit with the cash bank advantage. Down to the end of the hallway. Stanislaw not going to pop his head out there, as FNX was the one spamming it. Doesn't want to get too aggressive behind that and risk getting his head blown off through the corner of the wall. Nice spam there from Bolts, though. Finds a little bit of damage on a Nitro. So through the smokes, this is where they did all of their damage last night on both of the maps, both on Inferno and on Cobblestone. Was a lot of kills were found through smokes. A lot of kills were found through luck shots, through walls. That top wall, remember the top wall over towards Banana that we saw a number of times. If I can get third person, this wall right here. Henny got a kill both on the terrace side and on the CT side from that very position. He's going to be coming around here and possibly throwing some spam in once again, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He knows the angles. He's able to line him up and try to knock him down, but Elige going to bide his time and not peek, and Nitro has to play very passive in the backside of that B bomb site, just based off of the fact that he doesn't really have a whole lot of health to work with. Very slow strat out of the Immortals side right now. They're down to 45 or 35 seconds, pardon me, on the clock. And it sounds like they're trying to sell a fake up towards the top side of middle, but they haven't gotten anybody to rotate off of B. Both players playing from CT side. Let's see what kind of pressure they're going to be able to put on this. They're going to leave Lucas and Boiler. He's flanked out, going to go down. And now the push has got to be on towards B. Nitro and Elige playing a high-low stack. And Elige already found. They're going to pull out the rifle. Not going to expect a second player, but with as low as he was, 1 bullet, and he's going to be finished off. Ebola. Steele's going to be able to find that. Nitro goes down. Now they got to be careful in this back hall. They know that FNX is over towards the left-hand side. They're not going to be ready for steal on the right-hand side, and they've got Henny with the AWP spotting down towards that CT spawn area from the backside emo. He's actually watching for the banana push in, but there is nobody coming from that angle. So they're going to go into this crossfire. It's going to be 1 for steal as he answers back. Make it 2 for steal. Last man standing, JDM. He's going to try his luck coming in from main. And now he's going to run for the hills. So, a 4th round on the board for Immortals, starting off on a much better foot than what they started off on last night on this site, on this map. I believe it ended up going like 4-0 or something. JDM, that's an uncharacteristic miss. That is a difficult shot to hit, but he will skate away with the AWP on his back. See if they rebuy into this one. JDM can drop one, Nitro can buy, Elige can buy. Stanislaw can go onto a 5-7 armor or even a UMP. He's going to go for the 5-7 plus utility. So the reinvestment out for Liquid, see what they can do going back into this one, but we'll see. So have all the schools been closed in your area because of the Snowmageddon? Yes. We got 2 days off today and tomorrow. They already called it in for tomorrow. So, good news, everyone. Again, the AWP on Henny rattling off shots. They got to be wary of this boost from Elige. Spotted. Found. Both of them down. So the B-bomb site now open for business. I know that Nitro was going for the trade kill there, but poking his head out from that angle, a little bit risky, and he did get it blown off, so that's going to leave it on Stanislaw and Stanislaw and Pimp. And Pimp, well, he's got an M4. He's over by CT. What more can he do from this position? It's a 3-on-2, though. It's still winnable, but not going to be winnable if Pimp throws his life away with an early peek over towards the B-bomb site. Now they're going to smoke it off and try and play this one. Bomb yet to get picked up. Still 50 seconds. They're making that rotation back over towards that A bomb site, and that's where the bomb is eventually going to go. So they're going to walk into both of the CT side players. And it's actually a little bit scary. Stan actually pushing down through middle. Is he going to get caught from alt? No. FNX not in position for that trade. He's trying to, I think he was trying to guard that AK, but he eventually does let it go by the wayside. And, a little bit unsure as to what's going on, but yep. Gonna hear the footsteps coming around. Pimp trying to get away. He's got the AWP out. That nade's not going to connect, and lucky for Pimp, he gets far enough away from the blast radius so that he will not go down. And now Stanislaw flanking the flank in Phoenix. Should be able to find it here. Nope, timing not on his side. FNX going to make his way up in towards the apartment hallway, so a little cat and mouse game, but eventually he'll get found, and Stanislaw should be able to find this right about meow. That is going to even it up in a 2v2, but that bomb will explode. Trying to hang on to the AK and the AWP for the next round, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue for him as it doesn't look like the hunt is too on. And he's going to carry over his bolts on the AK. And we're going to go 5-1 in favor of Immortals. So a good start to this from the terrorist side. And this is what we saw out of Liquid last night. They went on 15-0 run on their terrorist side of this map. So a good start to this for the Immortals. We'll see if they can carry it on. This is Liquid's map pick, by the way. Just so you all know, this is Liquid's map pick. Cobblestone was picked by Immortals. So we'll see how it all plays out in the grand scheme of things. I expect this to go 2-1. I'm not going to pick a favorite out of this one, but I think Immortals coming in here as the hotter team right now. Time will tell. There you go. He actually hits the wall bang, and the nades finish him off. So again, Henny doing work through that wall. And they're going to creep up towards this B-bomb site. There are two CTs still on the site. One of them having an AK. That's a Liege. He doesn't have armor behind that, though. So we'll have to see what's going on. Here comes the push, and Elige is going to be able to find one. Trying to navigate the fountain for a second, but he can't make it happen. Is going to go down, and now Pimp in the back lines is going to push through the smoke. Henny is watching for this. Trying to get through there. Unfortunately not able to land the shots, and Bolts finishes him off, leaving JDM over on the other side of the map, wondering where the rest of his team went. Now, they do have a lurk in top mid. That's Steel. If he comes around towards the apartment side, he could find a lurking JDM. Although that doesn't look like what the case is going to be. JDM getting all the way down in towards alternate mid, making his way downtown, walking fast. And we'll see. He should be able to hold on to that AWP for the next round, though. And we should see a buy come out. Let's take a look at the money. It's going to be a tight buy, but we should see a buy nonetheless out of the Liquid side. So back onto the rifles, they should go. The big thing is look at the money now for the terrorist side. I mean, I told you Steel had the high bank before. He's already up over $10,000. Henny's on 8650, 5700 for bolts. They only lose one weapon, so one buy down. Steel can actually drop, which I wouldn't be surprised. I'd kind of actually be surprised if he didn't, but he doesn't. So they're going to go with a reinvestment there onto FNX. They're going to keep as much money on Steel and Henny as they possibly can for that op, and so that they can drop weapons later on. 10 kills for Bolts leading the charge on the server, but Steel right behind him at 8. Henny's only on 3 and 2, so he hasn't had that major impact that he had last night. But he hasn't had to, because he's had 2 of his teammates step up for a combined 18 kills in the opening 7 rounds. That's good. No, I'm not related to nothing at all. We just have the same last name, that's all. He was adopted. Totally kidding, he really wasn't. His parents are actually really awesome. His mom especially. Lucas, pimp. Looking for this battle right here. Good flashbang comes in, denies vision, but he's going to fall back in time. On the corner of that smoke, Nitro is going to get caught by Bolts. So well played indeed, and the man advantage once again here for the Immortals side. Looking for that 7-1 start to the match. Immortals on the right foot early and often. Misfits definitely looked more composed on this map than Liquid does right now. Bolts finding a liege. That's the two-pronged attack over at that B-bomb site. Does get traded by JDM, but they pulled that rotation. Nice job from Stanislaw to adjust the aim and find 2, but now he's going to get caught out in pit and wrapped on by FNX. So it comes to a 2 versus 1. That bomb planted wide out in the open. I'm going to put one player in pit, both players in pit actually. And I kind of like this play. Stack up, go for the trades. If he kills one, if JDM kills one in pit, is he going to expect the second one to be there? That's really the question that comes out. There's the peek from FNX. And there's the round for Immortals. 7-1 in favor of the terrorist side. And again, I mean, they're showing no signs of slowing down. Actually, funny story about nothing. I think I told this story last night. I used to go to X3O, which was a LAN center local to me in Rockville, Maryland. And they used to have, like, pretty decent-sized LAN tournaments there for 1.6. Nice team nade. And I had the misfortune of playing against Nothing when he was in his prime, playing for EG and DMG. And he spammed it again, by the way. I just want to point out the fact that he keeps hitting people through that little wall. It is a common spot to stand behind. But he does seem to hit that all the time, which is a little ridiculous. P250 going to work here in middle. Lee's getting finished off over at B. So a 1-for-1 trade. Now Stanislaw trying to get aggressive over here into alternate mid. Might be able to find something over here. They're backing off down the bottom side of mid. And Lucas is actually wrapping back around, so is he going to check the right angles here? That's the question. It doesn't look like it's necessary as Stanislaw is continuing to push towards the T-side apartments. So he's going to wrap all the way around. They've committed towards this B bomb site because Nothing got spotted in middle. So the stat comes out towards B. They're going to get A for free. I don't know why my map is messed up like this, by the way. I really don't. Maybe I need to, like, hit escape. Will it fix it? Nope, didn't fix it. I don't know why it is. A poor chicken. Bomb gonna get planted here. 20 seconds left on the clock, so they still run the bomb, or they still run the time down relatively low, but they are gonna be able to get in here, get this plant basically for free. Can't find any guns. It looks like they took care of hiding that weapon in the top set of middle. And not really letting any targets be acquired for the Liquid side. So things looking pretty sound across the board for Immortals. They're going to go up 8-1 now. Trying times ahead. Henny ready for it. There wasn't a kid on Stanislaw, but he did go for that peek just to see if he could keep anybody over in that area. And, well, I think that was Pimp that was the last man standing. Getting finished off by the bomb there, trying to find a gun at the top side of middle. But unfortunately for him, not going to make it out alive. And we will see that 8-1 scoreline. So Immortals coming to play tonight. That is for sure. And that is inherently scary for Liquid because they're getting completely bodied on their map choice. And then after this is done, we're going to go on to Immortals, one of their best maps on Cobblestone. So all in all, things look pretty good for the terrorist side for Immortals. Yeah, and exactly like you said, Suprave, am I saying that right? Yeah, they haven't called a timeout yet on the Liquid side, and you would think at this point in time, getting dropped like this, I mean, you won one round after, it was the first gun round, you haven't done anything since then. It's been 4 bomb plant explosions with lackluster saves coming out from the CT side of Liquid, and just really difficult times for them. They're going to test the waters over towards B, Nitro and a Liege. Trying to work this site together. And again, it's Nitro in the back lines, looking for these players to cross towards Fountain, and Henny's going to be the point of contention. He's going to walk right on in. He's looking for it, not able to spot the angle, and will go down. A Liege at the same time peeks out. They find 2, but now the push is going to be coming in. Managed to take down another. A Liege able to double up as well, and it's going to be down to FNX versus 5. And finally, a little bit of life from the Liquid side. So they've gone down 5 rounds in a row now to Immortals. Now they finally answer back. The worst case scenario would be getting reset after this is all said and done. Now, granted, they shouldn't lose any guns into this round. And I say they shouldn't lose any guns in this round, but we'll see how things go ultimately. Oh, there's 1. There's 2. So, not bad from FNX, finding 2 at the end for a couple of rebuys here, because the money's still trashed for Liquid. So again, off the cuff, not looking all that great for the Liquid side. Now they do pick up that round, so they are going to get their second on the board, but so much work for them to do into this, and the biggest part about it is they need to consistently start stringing rounds together. Now Nitro is going to go on to an AWP over at B. Henny's still on the AWP himself. The fun's starting to run low for Immortals, though. They've had a decent amount of rebuys in some of these rounds. 2, 3, 3, and a couple of these here. So their money never really had too big of a time to stabilize. But again, they do have the money for this investment. And if they can win this round, then, well, you know what that means for the money of the CT side. It goes something like this. That was my mouth, just so you guys know. Smoke comes out, JDM obliterated. Nice timed peek from Lucas, saw the smoke come out, peeked before the gun came out. So he was able to get that nice early, easy peek and take them down, so. Man advantage, gonna go over towards Immortals once again to start this one off. Sure, Kappa. Nice. Lucas still up there in the apartment hallways. The bomb still at the bottom side of mid, but they are going to work their way on up. And now Stanislaw is going to pick up the AWP. So really depending heavily on these AWPs right now. Flashbang over towards truck side. Good peek comes out from Pimp, but he can only find 1, and the trade comes out. Now they've got to worry about Stanislaw. He's going to get spotted. Should be an easy shot from Lucas, and it will be. It's down to Nitro and a Liege. The gruesome twosome over there on that B bomb site. And we'll see if they can get back in here, but it's a two-man advantage. They've got an AWP and an M4. So surely not likely for them to be able to get back in, and this is the reset that they absolutely can't afford. They need to save both of these guns moving forward, and they need to make something happen in the next round. But it is going to go 9-2 in favor of Immortals. You can see the two CT side players, the Liquid, falling back over towards the B bomb site. So they're going to be in this general direction. Don't leave the box. Nitro. That's a good boy. All right. So they stay in their little box. 7 rounds the difference. 9-2. And again, like I said, difficult times for the Liquid side. Now they're going to force into this round. They carried over the AWP. They carried over the M4. Forcing up 2 umps and 1 FAMAS. So, I mean, the firepower advantage on the T side, obviously. The money's starting to work out in their favor as well, and things are really looking good for Immortals right now. And again, bear in mind, this is the map pick for Liquid. So, oof. And already, Stanislaw just spammed up to 23 through the apartment hallways. He's going to find himself in an awkward posturing now, and he's going to have to go back around towards mid, and, well, dunked on. Steve Kerr. Nice. One more in the top side of the apartment hallways to deal with. That's Pimp. Smoke comes out. Not going to be too big of a deal, but they've definitely got to fortify that B bomb site, and they're leaving an ump by himself over there towards that B bomb site. A. Looks like the order of the day, but the bomb is starting to rotate back over towards B. Push coming in. Smoke to CT. Rotation from Elige already on its way. But Nitro has got some big things to do over here. Not popping off any shots, but those counter flashes are buying a lot of time for Elige to be able to rotate back over. Here comes the incendiary. Nitro going to use up a lot of his bullets, and Elige, he's going to get taken down by the AWP of Henny. Are they calling for the save? I think FNX got hurt in mid. He did, and Pimp will find him, but in the meantime, JDM goes down, and, well, Pimp's going to have to run for the hills. And they've got the funds to go for the chase now. Now's where you start to really punish. Don't allow them to reinvest into the next round. They've got hardly any money to work with. The reset is upon them. And Liquid in an absolutely dire position. Double digits for Immortals already in the opening 12 rounds. Pretty insane start to this matchup. So, Immortals again getting the reset on Liquid. Only 4 viewers? Do I only... I see what you did there. Caught by Lucas. Taken down. No guns carried over. 10-2 scoreline. Immortals looking sharp tonight. And again, I mean, it's not all Henny. It's a team effort this time around. 12 for Bolts, 10 for Lucas. I mean, Steel was, well, Steel was like 8-2 at one point, like, what did I say, 6 rounds in, 7 rounds in, something like that, and he was 8-2, so he hasn't really done much in the last couple of rounds. It's been FNX and Henny that have stepped up. Lucas having a game, Bolt's leading the charge, so everything looking pretty good for Immortals. Now it's going to be an A-side stack, porch side stack, even more specific than that, and they could gear up to try and push in towards mid. Steel is here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Not able to get the 5th, but soon to fall is Bolts. Takes down Nitro, and that will be the 11-2 scoreline. That's a feel-good round for Steel, and he's up to 12. So I said he'd been quiet. Now he's going to be able to find all 4 of those trying to run in. And quick and easy, painless round. So 11-2, Immortals. Just a diabolical half for them. Well, Gunner Artillery, that's exactly... I feel like that's exactly why Liquid chose this map to begin with. Cheeky boost here in middle. Do they spot it? Looks like they did, so they fall back from it. But I guarantee you that's exactly why Liquid chose this map, was because they beat the living hell out of Splice on this map last night, and Misfits almost upset Immortals on it. So they figured, all right, if Misfits almost beat Immortals, and we won 16-1 against a team that is most likely better or the same as Misfits, we should be able to trash Immortals on this. Not the case, though. Not the case. Stanislaw, though, going to open up. Steel goes down, so it's going to swing that advantage finally for Liquid early on. We'll see how things go. Nice shots from Elige, able to find bolts, and now Stanislaw is going to get aggressive behind this. Knife, knife, knife! Oh, he started to turn around just enough. Almost got CSGO'd there, but able to adjust accordingly and manufacture that frag. And he's going to find another. And Stanislaw going to take matters into his own hands for a round. 4 kills for him. So another round on the board for Liquid. Plenty of money for Immortals for the reinvestment, and they're going to come back into this one and try to get that 12-3 half. Liquid, ideally, in this situation, would be the 11-4. Give themselves at least a little bit of a cushion going into the second half if they drop pistol. That's a little bit of a help there, too. Lucas taking 8 damage from that knife. Finex really aggressive towards the top side of Banana by himself. No trades available. And now Stanislaw, he's going to get aggressive in apartments. This is the switch up that they should have had. The aggression now coming out from the CT side. Don't let them set up those smokes in middle. Don't let them set up those smokes on B. Get aggressive in their face. Take the fight to them. You've got the ability to aim. Half of these rounds has been Immortals killing players that aren't shooting back at them. Monitors off. So Liquid, 2-man advantage into this one. It'd be a complete blunder if they'd blow this. Nitro playing that same spot behind the pillar. Spotted. Fast as he ever was. Henny's going to be able to find that. Smoke comes out to CT, and Bolts is going to be able to take it back, so we're into a 3-on-3. And just like that, Immortals turning around. I spin you right round, baby, right round. Like a record player. 55 left for Bolts, 73 for Henny. And now 68 for JDM as he steps unto the fire. Flash is going to come out. Henny spins around, looks to take one down. Stanislaw coming around from CT. Going to flush out that player in the back lines. It's going to be Bolts. He will burn, but he does take one with him. And now to finish things off, Pimp, dead. 12-3 it goes. They blew a 3-on-5. So Liquid throw it off the cliff, and Immortals are going to take a 9-round lead into the second half. Even Henny staying alive at the end there. What a man. So we count down into the second half, and Immortals, again, a just tremendous lead going into the CT side. And CT, you know, we're still learning our feet on this map. It's still too early to be able to tell what's going to be the most effective one way or the other on this map, whether or not it's going to ultimately be a CT side or a T side. Typically speaking, when a map gets revamped, it swings towards the terrorist side because CT side is still learning rotation timings and things like that. It's still a little bit new. Some of the things are a little bit different. And defending is a little bit more difficult, and it takes you a while, so you adapt to meta on the terrorist side, you counter that meta eventually on the CT side, and then it's all about how you adapt between the two. Bolts, he's going to hear some footies. He's going to pop a couple of players, and FNX is there, so the coffin nail is starting to get pounded in, and Immortals, a 3-man advantage into this pistol round. The remaining 2 are going to make the push on towards B. JDM well ahead of Stanislaw, but they come in. That nade rings out, does decent enough damage to him. Flashbang as well. Nope, that was a smoke, but trying to find the shot as Lucas did manage to take down Stan. He will be able to take down JDM, so they only lose 1 in both of the pistol rounds. And again, yeah, like you guys are saying over there in chat, 15 and 12 for Stanislaw. The closest teammate behind him is Nitro with 6 kills. So he has almost 3 times as many kills. He has as many kills as JDM, Elige, and Pimp all added up from the first half. In the words of the GOAT, that's bad. 5 UMP setup. Tech 9 armor setup. FNX was set up. Does good damage on it too, but he will fall. The nade comes out. Incendiary off the mark. That was an NA nade. I'll call it. Another one going to come out. Henny able to double down. Looking for a little bit more. It's Lucas now. Over in mid. Elige is able to pick up a UMP. And oomp. Oompa, loompa, doompity-doo. I've got a headshot ready for you. Actually, it was body shots, but Steel's going to take him down anyway, and now it's down to JDM, who has picked up the UMP, opting to go for the Tech 9 for the increased damage to the skull area, but not able to connect on that one. And, well, we will see it go 4-on-1. Spotted. Fragged. Almost a team ace if FNX didn't die at the very beginning. Might have been able to find something there, but 4-3, or 14-3, pardon me. Forgot to add the 10, carry the 1. So 14-3 for Immortals. And another force buy comes out. They're not playing for overtime. Liquid absolutely getting smashed. Just a ridiculous turnaround from last night from Immortals. I mean, it was the Henny show. Wasn't it? He had something like 20-some kills in the first half, and the closest teammate had 9 or something like that. And now we're going to see at least Stanislaw be able to open up. They do good damage onto Steel, drop him down to 5. You're going to be looking for the aggression over towards B. You've got Lucas and Henny both trying to push on out here. Smoke's going to go out, but not able to find it just yet. So the man advantage. Nye, 2-man advantage. Steel bleeding internally, surviving by the skin of his teeth. Dia's going to go down. And now we see Bolts try to answer back, but they've got site control. Bomb getting planted. Incendiary towards Moto. Incendiary to the back of site. Nobody's going to be over in that area, though. Now the rotation is on. 3-on-4 retake. Head armor, Tech 9s. You know how good they are close range. JDM's going to spot one coming truck side. There's one over towards Moto. Lucas coming around. One tap dirt nap. Got one to worry about over in CT. Elige trying to do what he can to distract and pit. And Nitro's going to be able to pick off another, so it's Bolt stuck. And Liquid finally able to answer the call. 14-4 it goes. Tech 9 indeed. Back into the action though. The rebuy comes out from the CT side. They farmed up enough cash money to work with this. 4 UMPs and an AK versus 5 M4s. Now Henny doesn't have the stopping power of the AWP. Can't throw the spam through the walls, so we'll see the 5-man push up Banana. They're going to be going whole hog on this one towards B. Let's see what kind of defense we can formulate here. Lucas trying to do what he can. Nade goes out. Might be a little bit deep. Let's catch some decent damage onto one. They're going to pile on in, and Elige and Nitro are going to be able to open up that bomb site. Elige not even opting to swap over towards that M4. It's Nitro. Well, now he does. It's Nitro in the back line, starting to get tagged down. He's on 10. Steel trying to come back in and equalize. There's the double peek at Nitro. Well, he don't need no help. He's a strong woman who don't need a man. Steel's going to go down. And now the save is called for the Immortals side. No reason to push it. Carry these M4s over and see if you can do some damage, but it will go 14-5. And Liquid, slowly, they got the hammer and the chisel. They're starting to chip away a little bit. So again, 2 M4s carried over. One flash on FNX. They've got armor. They're going to force into this one. Okay. I kind of like this call from Immortals.